All right, let's just jump right in. Have you ever wondered why some random video on the internet gets millions of views, but that really thoughtful, well-made thing you shared gets, well, basically nothing? We are swimming in content every single day, but most of it just washes right past us. So today, we're going to figure out why. What's the secret to the stuff that actually sticks?
I mean, you know the feeling, right? You're scrolling through your feed, and it's just a blur, post after post after post. But then, every once in a while, something makes you stop. It makes you pause. And it's not just random luck, and it's not just some weird algorithm. There's actually a science to what makes us stop, watch, and, hit that share button. So what is the secret sauce?
And here it is. Boom. This is the core answer, right up front. The content that truly connects with us isn't magic, it's strategy. It's this perfect storm of the right message, finding the right audience at the exact right time. It feels more like a conversation, not like someone just shouting at you.
Okay, so how do we actually get that formula right? Well, it all starts with a pretty simple but really powerful idea. Every single piece of content you see or make needs to have a job. The stuff that really succeeds isn't just made for the sake of it. It's designed with a very, very clear purpose in mind.
This right here is a huge mental shift. Content isn't just digital decoration. It's not a box you check off a to-do list to say you're online. You have to think of it like a tool, like a hammer or a screwdriver. Its main job is to help achieve a real business goal, whether that's building trust, getting a new lead, or, making a sale.
And this is the golden rule for using that tool correctly. So many brands just get online and shout about how great they are, right? But the content that really works, it flips that completely upside down. It focuses on what the audience needs first. It's about answering their questions, solving their problems, maybe just making them laugh. It's all about giving value before you even think about asking for something back.
So, if every piece of content needs a job, what exactly are those jobs? Well, they usually fall into about 5 key goals that together create a kind of path, guiding someone from being a complete stranger to becoming a super loyal customer.
Just look at this flow here. It all starts with awareness. That's content made just to help people find out you even exist. Then you move to interest, where you get them curious enough to stick around. From there, you build desire, making them really want what you've got. And that leads to action. The click, the sign up, the purchase. And finally, you have loyalty, which is how you turn a one-time customer into a true fan. Every single post should be working on one of these steps.
All right, so we've got our goals, we know what we want the content to do, but how do we actually make content that gets the job done? What makes it tick on a really fundamental level? Turns out, it all comes down to 3 golden, absolutely non-negotiable rules.
I absolutely love this analogy. Just think about it for a second. Your content is basically your 24/7 online employee. For most people, it's the very first representative of your brand they will ever meet. So if you want to build trust, if you want people to actually like you, that content has to be as helpful and reliable as the best employee you've ever had.
So here's what that good behavior looks like. First, your content absolutely has to be useful. It needs to solve a real problem for someone, like a recipe that saves dinner or a tutorial that actually works. Second, it has to be relevant. I mean, you wouldn't make workout tips for pro athletes if your audience is new moms, right? And third, it's got to be consistent. People should instantly recognize your style, your tone, so they know what they're getting. That's how you build trust over time.
Okay, so those 3 rules, useful, relevant, consistent, that's the foundation, that's the bedrock. Now, let's build on that. Let's look at the secrets that take content from just being good to being truly great. This is how you start to see things like a real pro.
Okay, so there's a lot here, and we're not going to read through the whole chart, but I want to highlight 2 absolute game changers. See that one, emotional impact? That is huge. Logic makes people think, but it's emotion that makes people act. And then look at the very last one, a clear call to action, a CTA. That's the part that tells you exactly what to do next. Subscribe now, learn more, shop here. Without that, even the best content can just fizzle out because nobody knows where to go.
After all that detail and all those charts, it really just boils down to these 3 simple things. Is it clear? Can you get the point without having to work for it? Is it helpful? Does it actually do something for you? And is it memorable? Are you still going to be thinking about it in an hour? If you can nail these 3, you're making something really powerful.
So, what's the big takeaway here? What does this all mean for you? Well, it means that from now on, you don't have to just be a passive scroller. You now have the professional lens, the framework, to actually look at the digital world and understand exactly why some things grab our attention and why most things just don't.
So here's a little challenge for you. The very next time you're scrolling and you stop for a post, ask yourself, why? Why this one? Is it useful? Is it relevant to me? Did it make me feel something? Is there a clear next step? All of a sudden, you'll start to see the strategy behind the screen. You've cracked the code. Now you know the secrets.